If you've been diagnosed with Hashimoto's, but you've been told your thyroid is fine and you do not have hypothyroidism, then this is for you. My name is Dr. Nicole Fujiyama. I'm a naturopathic doctor, and I know exactly how you feel because I was in that same situation where I had high thyroid antibodies and I had symptoms, but the rest of my thyroid labs look fine. So they told me there wasn't much they could do about it, and honestly, I didn't think much of it. And that was a mistake. It was a mistake because I started getting different symptoms and I started doing more research, realizing that Hashimoto's was this really serious disease, and that's when I started digging. One of the first things I learned early on is that conventional medicine treats Hashimoto's and hypothyroidism the same. So if you're someone like me who had Hashimoto's but was not hypothyroid, you just fall through the cracks. Like there's really nothing that they can do for you or offer to you until you become hypothyroid, and then the treatment becomes thyroid medication, which is why they say that they treat it the same, even though it's not treated the same. And that is why they also don't then continue screening or testing for thyroid antibodies, because they already have the diagnosis, so they feel like there really is no need, even though it can be important for treatment and also looking for trends. This is where people stay stuck for years, right? And maybe you feel like you're stuck in the same place where you're told that your thyroid is fine, but you have these high antibodies and you're gaining weight, you're bloated, you have low energy, you have brain fog, you feel like everything is getting worse, and nobody's really offering you any solutions about what to do about it. This is the second shift that really changed things for me, is when I learned that Hashimoto's is not a thyroid disease, it's an autoimmune disease. It's an immune system disease. So if nobody is addressing anything in regards to your immune system, then it will continue to get worse. And I'm sure you know that most conventional care is reactive. It's not proactive or preventative. And I didn't want to wait until I became hypothyroid to start doing something about it. So through my research and just learning on my own, these are the three main areas I found to address the root cause of Hashimoto's. So the first was nutrition, the second was lifestyle, and the third was environment. I found that these were the basics that you really needed to have before you jumped into anything more aggressive, because I found that if you do that, then you actually feel a lot worse and can make things worse. And I know from experience. Like that one time before I was a naturopathic medical student, I thought it was a good idea to do a 5-day water fast, even though I'd never done a fast before in my life, while doing saunas, while doing colonics, while doing some other crazy things, and I almost got rushed to the ER. Most people I talk to tell me that they're doing these things, but when I talk to them more and dig a little deeper, I find that most of the time they're not, or they're doing them, but not really. They're gluten-free, but sometimes, and they're taking a bunch of supplements that they found on social media. And if you have Hashimoto's and you have this ongoing autoimmune process, especially if it's been going on for years, usually this is just not enough. And let me show you why. This diagram was taken from a research article talking about the mechanisms of autoimmune thyroid diseases. So as you can see, there are many factors that go into it, not just nutritional, although that's listed, but there's also epigenetic, environmental factors, infectious factors, genetic susceptibility, and there's a whole other section about other factors that could be involved that are not listed. You can see if you're only focusing on this one circle and one aspect in that circle, you're missing out on all these other areas that could be contributing to your symptoms and making your Hashimoto's worse. This can lead to things like antibodies against your thyroid, thyroid cell damage, loss of tolerance, lymphocyte infiltration of your thyroid, and that can lead to immune dysfunction, accumulation of immune cells in your thyroid, and then death of thyroid cells, and all those things can lead to Hashimoto's. So if you have Hashimoto's but you don't have hypothyroidism, this is the best time to do something about it, and there's so much you can do for it, and I don't want you to waste this time by just waiting around. No, you can start doing something about it now. And if that's something you're interested in and you want to see how I work with other clients in this exact situation, then go check out my free masterclass. The link is in the description below.